Hey, it's Malik here. Today we're continuing with the engine build. In the last episode, we got our rods, crank, and cam fitted and installed, as well as put the two case halves together. Today we're going to check and set Endplay, install the third part of the case, and start prepping our pistons and cylinders for final install. Come along on this journey. This project's taken quite a lot of time, but as long as there's forward progress, I'm happy. If you're enjoying this type of content, please like and subscribe. I got the Endplay set now at 5 thou. I'm gonna show how to move this to check it. Basically in and out, in and out. Sometimes if it's a fresh motor, you might have to get a little, and there it goes. Now it's at 5. Go on both sides, just get it out. Now, when it rests, that's where you check it. So what we had to do is when you pull this all off, there's different shims. So this was originally in there. And we put that on in. And it's 37. So our gap was at about 10 on here. 8. So we wanted to add a bigger shim, which is in there now, to lower our Endplay number.
We took out the 37 and put in the 40.
Yeah, so we took out the 37 and put a 40 in there, and that brought our number to 5. You really want it between 3 and 6 on the Porsches. So now we're happy with that. We're gonna continue on. We're gonna button this up completely. This is a sort of test gland nut and everything. No glue, no seal at the moment. So we're gonna go ahead and put all that in and then button it up. Every time you pull the flywheel on and off, a new lead gasket. When you're doing the test fit, just use one and abuse it, who cares? But for final install, always a fresh lead gasket. And done, torque to 280. We're gonna go ahead and put the rest of it together and button the whole rear end up. Yes, I double checked Endplay. It's gonna be a little harder to check it because of the drag from the seal. I was at 5 before, now I'm at 4. It's fine because we had 5 originally, but I was just double checking now that everything was torqued all the way down. And it's still within spec even after the seal is installed. And Todd was saying, you want to check this before you put the pistons and cylinders and everything in the first time around, because when you put the pistons and everything in, then that all has to move too. It's just a lot more binding up. So the sooner you check it, the better off you are. So that's something new, but let's keep going. So I'm gonna be running it Precision Matters external full flow system. So I'll be putting my filter and maybe a cooler in my driver rear fender. But here we go, here's a template on here. I already marked it. So now I can go ahead, grind that area out, just right there. And basically what it does is there's an elbow that goes in here and it sticks up right in here. Here's that elbow. So if you see right now, it's not far enough in for it to get into that hole. It won't line up right. So what you gotta do, drill this out, it moves it over, and then it works all properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and start grinding on it to move it those 5 millimeters or so. Now it's just getting those pins in their holes.
Okay, so it's fitting better.
Yeah.
Want to give it a touch more, you think?
It's in. Is that, there it is. Oh, there she is.
Okay. Okay, if you feel comfortable with that, then we can roll with that.
Cover's all washed out and clean now. We're good here. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the bearing in here, the nose bearing. Todd has already gone ahead and marked the bearing in the case so that when this goes in, it locks in with a special bolt right here. It has a little nipple, if you would, on it. So when you push it in the hole, it helps line up the bearing, and then we'll lock the bearing in. So you push it in a little bit to start, push the bearing in, it will start to go in, and then when it's still hot, you tighten it all the way and it will lock itself in. So we're gonna heat this up with the cases nice and cold, and we're gonna get this fitted from now. I have some O-rings and little rubbers now. So there's one O-ring will go down here, the 912. There's 3 different styles of this: the earlies, the mids, and then the 912 and the SC9, the later 356s. So those two. Boom. And then on this little black one, put a little bit of red grease. Just for it to be sticky. And that goes right there. And then this tube with the two rubbers goes into the nose part of the case. And if you can see, I have one hole here, and then on the back side I have the other hole. So it actually goes like this in the case. This one will go towards the nose, and this one will go towards the case. So basically here, about here. On the nose part of the case, we just put the bearing in. Like I was saying, there's holes, and they're gonna be 180 of each other. So now when it goes in, this one, there's nowhere for it to go. So you want the oil coming up, going into the actual rest of the case. And on the bottom, there's a hole for the oil to go through. So, makes sense, put the hole going downwards on that, and the hole going up on this. Get that nice and in, and it's in, and it fit good. That's good to go. As well, in the case, because when I got this case machined, I had the oil galleys tapped, drilled, so we can clean them out properly. And for now, because we sandblasted it and had this case tumbled, so those have all now officially been plugged as well. So we're ready to put this on. We have the gasket right here. We have greased the crank where the bearing will go. And the bearing now this is cool enough where I'm safe to touch it. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on using some Yama Bond.
Yeah.
Good.
Try to line the studs up in the beginning.
Yeah, because the actual gasket wasn't all that.
Yep.
Safe, just give us one more tap.
Tap, tap.
We're almost there. We got the nose on tonight. We set Endplay, got the flywheel, pressure plate, and clutch disc all set up. Today is Tuesday. On Saturday, Todd will be back to help me get the pistons and cylinders on. That's the goal. We'll see if that happens. But for now, we got a lot done. Todd, what do you think? We did good today?
Good job.
Spent a few hours, got distracted a few times, but progress has been made. That's the whole idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up for the night, and bye-bye. Morning. Today we are gonna start assembling the pistons and cylinders to the motor. We're using the AA 86mm big bore kit. It's the largest size you can run without having to do any extra machine work to the heads and or the case. So Todd will be here any minute, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on it. We've gone ahead and separated all the piston rings from each piston and the pistons from the cylinders. We're going to go ahead and set ring gaps, check ring gaps, and go continue.
These are normally about 14 or so. Okay? Normally the rule of thumb is about 3 to 3.5 thousandths per inch of bore.
Okay.
Okay? So in the beginning, what we want to do is just see what we're at.
Yeah.
Okay? So if we write these down, we'll go, oh, I got 14, just say 14, 14, 14, 14. Okay, then I grab the next one. I'm at 20, 20. I'm like, whoa, hey, whoa, something's up.
Yeah. So now we're measuring the deck height. We're using a caliper, and we basically set it in here with the piston dropped down a bit. We're gonna get this set on the edge. Now it's set. Now Todd's gonna go ahead and roll the motor. Keep going. Keep going. And the motor starts to drop back down right there. We are at 60 thou. So let's now go on this side. Go ahead. And that one is 75 thou. So you take the middle, and that's your deck height. So here's our head. It goes on there. We have some clay there so that when we spin, we see how much is getting squished between the cylinder, or the piston, and the head. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this on top, like so, and screw it on in. Go ahead. Move it a little bit. Move freely. Now, go ahead and pull it back apart. Clay is on the
That's okay.
head. You can see the squish right there. All right, we cleaned up for the day. Everything went smooth. We did notice that the gap between the cylinder head and the piston was a bit tight, so we went ahead and clayed it, checked it. We're gonna go ahead and take some parts over to a machine shop and have everything double checked, because we want it tight but not too tight. So we cleaned up for the day. We're gonna go ahead and do that. But we're making progress, forward progress. That's all that matters. Have a good one.